There's an interesting report out from The Information suggesting that Amazon is trying to recruit graduating high school students to its warehouses in this tight labor market. We're getting some quick reactions from some on social media. One account at Burning Forest noted that for the economy that's become so reliant on places like Amazon and screwed over local small businesses. So the implication here, Akiko, obviously this is going to hurt the communities maybe that they're trying this in. But I mean, the bigger picture point here is also interesting as well, which is you have to get aggressive to fill jobs right now, right?
Well, let's talk about what Amazon specifically is reportedly doing. And again, this is reporting from The Information. They're saying Amazon's actually going into or planning to go into high schools and hold recruiting events, really touting the pay of these jobs. And then, of course, some of the benefits that come along with it, with college tuition and the like. Now, you're certainly right that it is tough to hire up right now, but Amazon has made it pretty clear they've struggled a bit. Not only are they expanding at a rapid rate, but they're also losing employees at a rapid rate. And that, I go back to that New York Times investigation that came out last year, because I think it really shed light on how quick the turnover has been for these warehouses. We're talking about people only staying for days, sometimes weeks, but also hourly employees had a turnover rate of 150% every year. I mean, that is a rapid rate. So, the fact that they're expanding into high school, maybe it's right for recruitment, but I think that also points to the fact that Amazon's not necessarily having success being able to keep their employees at these warehouses, largely because of some of the worker conditions that have been reported out.
Yeah, and we have to keep in mind that Amazon, as one of the largest employers in this country now, this is very much an important story. But I think what's also interesting is they're going to have a bit of a PR issue when they do go into these schools, if this reporting is true, because everyone's watching the news and what's going on in Staten Island, the efforts to unionize down in Bessemer, Alabama, and realizing that there are some serious labor concerns among the people that have worked there that might be behind some of the turnover statistics that you just provided. And it's interesting because that might be something that Amazon's going to have to get over if they send people into work fairs at these high schools. But it's also something that maybe high school students wouldn't know about. I mean, are there classes happening where people are being educated about unionization and labor rights and laws and things like that? I wouldn't imagine many 17-year-old kids would be in the know about those types of things. So I saw some takeaways on Twitter that, maybe this is just one way to try to get ahead of the curve and do a little bit of soft union busting by getting in there early. But again, I'm maybe not sure if we're reading into that too much.
Yeah, I mean, the flip side to this is that if you're in high school and you're looking for a job, you're not necessarily looking to go to college directly, but looking for some support. This could be an attractive job. So I'm not necessarily saying that this is all negative, but I think it does point to two tracks that we're seeing with Amazon. One is the rapid expansion as they really try to meet the demand that's out there. Of course, we're so used to one-day delivery. I mean, it takes a lot to be able to staff up and serve in that way. And then also the flip side is that those workers who have signed up reportedly, if you believe these reports, they're not sticking around. And so they've got to have a pipeline in place to be able to meet that demand as they rapidly expand.
Yeah, and you point out that, I mean, not all of this is necessarily nefarious. I mean, we know that Amazon's trying to fill jobs, and, if these are jobs that don't require a college degree, then you can do that. And Amazon has touted their, college tuition programs. So it's probably the case that they're probably going to try and advertise this as you're not working for a Amazon warehouse for the rest of your life. If you come out of, high school and end up working with us, you can use that as an onboard to get into another career that you wanted to do always anyway. So again, we'll have to see. Again, this is just a report so far. And it's not like this is the first time that any company has ever tried to recruit at a high school. But obviously, when you're talking about